I just bought an Audi R8 and it's very, very broken. Let's get started. And Mrs. Wizard, it was only $50,000.
Oh, great.
Aren't you so excited?
Immensely, dear.
Actually, it's a pretty good deal. Those of you who watch Hoovies Garage know that he purchased this, and just as he was getting repairs done, as he mentioned on his video, he got the gut punch of tax season. And his tax season was one of those that would destroy most of it. It was really, I really actually felt sorry for him. It was really bad. I decided we could both help each other. I made a proposal to him, as you saw on his video.
Well, you proposed to him, but I'm your wife.
It was an indecent proposal as well.
Oh, no, Wizard.
No, we didn't do anything like that. I proposed to him to help him out with tax season. He could go a few months or maybe a little longer without having to pay any shop bills. He just turns over the keys and the title to this broken R8. Sounded great to him. Like you saw in the video, we did the deal on video. And now I have the title and the keys. And we have a lot of work to do. I had to finish up what was originally being fixed by Hoovie, but since it's mine now, I'm going to go a little deeper, a little further, because we're getting it done in the shop, not having to pay a shop. So just giving you a backstory of how in the world this came to be. Let's go ahead and take a look around this thing, and then Mrs. Wizard will show you the really sweet interior. Well, Mrs. Wizard, our daughter mentioned to me when she saw this, it was very cute, like a kitten's face.
I don't think it's quite as cuddly and cute as our cute little Daisy cat.
No, I actually really like the front end styling. The paint on this is pretty good. There's a few small scratches here or there I'll show as we go towards the back and show a few other imperfections. The wheels and tires are in very good shape. It does have a few scrapes here through the PPF, which is like a film. You can see the film is lifting right here. I'm just going to leave that alone. And on our carbon fiber side blades, the clear coat on the driver's side is starting to get bumpy and has a texture to it. I'll have to get that refinished. When we come around to the back, you can see it's torn all apart. Hoovie did not present the car to me that way. I did it myself, and I will show you why here in a minute. On the side, equally nice paint. This side blade is in good shape. I don't think I'll have to get that one refinished. It's very glossy and very happy, but the rest of the car is actually very nice. Let's take a look in the engine bay. Well, when I'm working on cars, I always like to try and do the right thing, and I finally have a car with an engine in the right place. Doing the right thing is important to me. That includes taking care of my customers, my family, and especially my mother this time of year. I definitely made my mom's life difficult for many years, and I know I have a lot to make up to her. Luckily, I found the perfect gift for this Mother's Day. These Raycon Everyday Earbuds, the sponsor of today's video, are the perfect gift for Mom. Whether she's hitting the gym, busy at work, or catching up on her favorite YouTubers' videos, these are great. We know moms are busy. This latest model has a 32-hour battery life and only needs 10 minutes of charging to get 90 minutes of battery life. I've had these everyday earbuds for a few months now, and I absolutely love them. The awareness audio mode allows me to listen to my music and still hear what's going on in the shop. Their active noise cancellation is every mother's dream. What mom wouldn't love a few minutes to enjoy their favorite music without kids screaming or the TV blaring in the background? They come in so many colors, and the protective case covers allow you to personalize your pair to match you. Plus, it's designed so you don't have to remove the case to wirelessly charge the earbuds. These are my everyday earbuds. My favorite color is blue, and I love the ocean. What's your mom's favorite color? Another thing that makes these earbuds so great is they're half the price of the competition. Your mom will be so proud of you thinking of her and for saving so much money. All you have to do is go to buyraycon.com/carwizard to get 20% off site-wide. Brought to you by Raycon. Now back to this R8. Obviously there's something going on with the exhaust back here. I definitely might need those Raycon earbuds. But right now let's take a look at this engine. The previous owner before Tyler had put the V10 FSI cover there. This is not the V10. We'll be taking that off and putting the proper V8. It is the 4.2 liter V8 FSI, 420 horsepower, and these things sound amazing. I would actually prefer the V8 over the V10. It's just a really, really cool sound, and I'll show you guys once we get it up and running on another video. It's not too hard to work on once you remove all of these carbon fiber panels. You can really get in there and get a lot of work done without too much fuss. So a good thing this isn't a shin buster on the back of one of a Brodozer or something. This is actually the transmission. It is the Artronic, which means it is electronically controlled. It's still a manual, still a 6-speed manual, just like the 6-speed manual, but it has a robotic arm that does the shifting, kind of like e-gear. Basically the same type of a setup. We'll go over what we got going on back here in a minute, but let's let Mrs. Wizard show you guys around the interior. It's really nice in there.
No, this is not the red light district. They just really, really like red for their gauges. And it says 85,298. And no, it's not 12 a.m. He just had to put the battery back in and everything got reset. But doesn't that gauge cluster look really nice? Very simple, easy to read. Love the R8 in our tachometer. Oh, and it went to sleep on us. But as we look at our dash, it's in good shape, looking nice. We do see that it notes that it is the all-wheel drive Quattro edition. Let's see, oh, we have a glove box. Let's check in there. And, oh, is that a manual back there? Oh my gosh, he actually got a car with a manual. Oh, how fancy. It is Alcantara. Yes, looks all in there. I'm not going to take it out. You guys know what a manual looks like. But doesn't that look nice in the original case that it came with originally? So nice. He actually scored. Good job, Wizard. As we look in our center section, we'll see we have the Audi Navigation Plus system. Okay, that's nice. I have a feeling he's going to be upgrading that because that's the kind of stuff he normally does. But we have simple controls there for that radio setup. As we move down, there's our HVAC controls. You'll see we do have sort of a gear selector here, but it's also in combination to over here because it does have flappy paddles as well. So we start over here, and if you want to use flappy paddles, you can set it to do that, or you can just do all your shifting over in this area. But notice that it does have carbon fiber wrapping around that gear selector. And again, we also have some options on our driving modes as well. And ashtray, cup holders, and oh, look, we had the spot where we could have put our cell phone. Oh, great. But now it's just a lovely hidey hole. Oh, good. They actually have the keys for the lug nuts. Those always get lost. Above that, you'll see that there is a CD changer there as well. As we move to our seats, they have some serious bolster on the sides. Nice adjustable headrest. Our door card also is wrapped in leather, looking really nice. Everything is, again, very, very dark and more dark in here. Normally we would have some more trim there, we'd have, but then we can still see the engine back there. Hi engine, you're looking great. So we can definitely hear that rumble back there. So it has an easy in and out steering wheel with that flat bottom on the side. Give a little bit more movement there so you can slide in and out. But just have our lovely rings in the center for our Audi symbol and normal controls for that radio and whatnot over there. So enough of this interior talk. I'm really curious, why did he rip the heck out of the back of this car, and what is he planning on doing now? Okay, Wizard, I know this is not service position on this car. What the heck did you do to this thing?
In order to get to the exhaust on an R8, you have to pull the back bumper off and pull quite a lot apart to get to it. One thing I also did, you can see right here, it had a carbon fiber little chin spoiler. I guess you wouldn't call it a chin spoiler, but a tiny spoiler right here. That was one of those stick-on jobs with double-sided tape. I thought it looked absolutely disgusting. I love the way of the flowing back in. It just goes straight down. I believe Audi got it right the first time. It doesn't need stick-on things on the back. So those are gone, and I have a way to remove the adhesive and it'll be like stock again. But the exhaust was the only issue back here. It's the only reason why this is all apart. There's no other issues. Let's take a look at the exhaust.
So what's wrong with it? I don't see that it's rusted out or anything.
What's wrong with this exhaust? I believe it's a Rev 9 or one of those kind of a cheaper exhaust system. It's straight through, but it does have resonators to it. And the few times we cold started in here when Danielson was working on it before I took possession of the R8, it gave me PTSD flashbacks. No, not combat flashbacks, but the kind of when I was a kid. I grew up in a trailer park, guys. And a low-income one at that. And there would be, old trucks and things. They got the exhaust cut off, and people would start their trucks in the morning. It was so loud. It sounded so terrible. Whenever it was cold started, it was like, blah, 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 blah. Even Crazy D came out of the office like, what god-awful noise is that? It sounds terrible. And I agreed with him. I was like, this is not the experience I want with an Audi R8. It's so loud, it's gross. So this goes off. I'll probably put this up for sale. Somebody wants it, they can have it. Contact Crazy D. I actually ordered, and this is going to probably freak you guys out, stock exhaust to put back on it. In sport mode, these things sound great. To me, I guess I'm getting old. I don't need my car to scream bloody murder everywhere I go. So this is getting yeeted to somebody else. That's only half the story. Getting an exhaust here, a muffler basically is all it is, it was insane. The first one I found was a stock exhaust. And I was like, okay, that looks really good. It was coming from Canada. I didn't think anything of it. I just ordered it, sent the money. And it wasn't a few hours later, Crazy D come and got me out of the office and said, Wizard, these people that you bought the muffler for sale, they want to talk to you. They said, because of tariffs, you need to add $250 on top of the shipping, and we need to get an agent arranged so we can get that shipped to you, which will cost an additional $150. I said, keep it. I don't want it. I'm not paying all that. So that went along. I said, all right, and I found some other exhaust systems, 2 more. I found a second exhaust system. It wasn't stock, but it was pretty quiet. It was a stasis exhaust. I sent the money. An hour later, I got an email saying the auction's ended. It didn't say why. It was canceled. I got a refund. It was just over. Done. I don't know what happened there. I have no idea. And a third time, I ordered another stock exhaust. And I got an email the next day. Your order's been refunded. This order's been canceled. I think what's going on here is people don't anticipate the shipping. As you can see back here, it's not in a little muffler that's this big. It's this big. And the stock one weighs 75 pounds. I believe people are getting to the UPS store or wherever it is they're going to ship it, and the shipping price is almost as much as what they got for the entire muffler. So they're like, scrap it, cancel it, refund. I think that's kind of what was going on. That's the only reason I can think of, but I finally found a stock muffler. It's actually shipped. It has a tracking number. It's on its way. 4 I had to pay for to get one. That's crazy. I never anticipated that. I just really didn't think that was going to happen. That was crazy. So once that comes in, it'll go on. All this will go back together. I'll clean the adhesive off. Have a quieter car. It'll be much cleaner on the back end. Let's take a look in the front, Mrs. Wizard. Ugh, that shock sounds horrible.
But at least it holds, I guess.
Where's the frunk? Where's it at, guys? Actually, it's all removed. It's all apart. Because 2 reasons. Number 1, there's coolant pipes that run along the center of the car that come up through here. And if you watch Hoovies Garage, you know that we were addressing that issue, which I'll show you here in a minute. The second issue is this thing had gobs of trashy audio equipment in it. While it was apart, I told Danielson, let's yeet all that stuff straight into the garbage pail. I don't want that trash in my car. Actually, look what they did to this thing, guys. Who does that? On an Audi R8, a supercar, run screws, sheet metal screws or roofing screws straight into the frame for ground for your audio equipment. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Well, at least it's well grounded.
It definitely is. So that's a little bit overkill. We will be removing those screws, and I'll put pop rivets in with some sealant to keep any corrosion going on or anything like that. That really is disgusting. Crazy enough, I've been through this a few times, more than a few times with supercar owners. In fact, one I really remember is Leo, who has the silver Murcielago. He had it for a while, and it had gobs of audio system garbage in it from the 90s or early 2000s, and he brought it to me. There's actually a video in the link in the description below. I pulled, I think, 3 trash cans full of audio system, amps, wires. It was so much. I think it probably relieved 25 or 30 pounds out of it. So I'm not a big audio geek. I'm not into that stuff. I don't want that on my car. But now let's talk about those coolant pipes. So most of us think of coolant pipes or coolant systems in a car, we think of hoses. Lots of hoses right from the engine to the radiator. Here's the problem with an R8 or really any rear or mid-engine supercar. The engine's back there, but the radiators are up here. You don't really want to run rubber hoses for that long of a length, so they have these aluminum pipes. And they did kind of a poor job with the way that they mount them to the body. Right here where they welded all these brackets, almost every single weld on this pipe is cracked. It's very small micro cracks, it's hard to see, but definitely underneath the bracket where it goes underneath. These are all leaking coolant really bad. The downfall with aluminum pipes is they can be brittle and crack where you've welded them, and corrosion can definitely destroy them, but corrosion's not the issue here. We did try to do a quick fix just to see if it's possible when this vehicle was still in Hoovies' possession with just a silicone pipe connecting together like this where there was a bad weld joint. And it did fix it, but we just kept finding every bracket, the next bracket's leaking, the next bracket's leaking. I told Danielson, we're done doing these little quick fix things. If it was just one bracket, it might be worth it. But when we have every bracket leaking, I said, pull it all apart. As you saw, the frunk is all tore apart to get to it, so you can remove this. This is the front viscous differential. Inside of here is kind of like a baby torque converter, kind of a viscous coupling. This is why these have, it's not 50-50 on the traction or the power delivery. I think it's 60-40 or 70-30, something like that. You guys can let me know the exact number. But this is the front differential. The pipes run kind of right around it on top of it. There's no way to get the pipes out without dropping the differential first. So let's get this thing up on the lift. We have to push it up on there, but I want to show you what it looks like underneath.
Wow, I feel like we're in Aliens.
It is, with things hanging and dangling. It's kind of a scary thing, but as you can see, this is not stock wiring. This is all stuff that's been added for power, for amps and RCA cables, and all this stuff is going away. But you can see our radiators up here with these panels and things removed. Here's one with the little fan, and there's another over there. And there's also a center one in here. Kind of a narrow strip of radiator there. Right here is where our differential went. You can see these are the CV shafts that go to it. It is an all-wheel drive like Mrs. Wizard showed you in the interior review. And those pipes that we removed went up and over that. There was no way to get them out without removing the differential. So here's the center channel of the car where they run all kinds of hoses and lines and pipes. Here's where our heater core goes in, air conditioning goes in right here. Some fuel lines, brake lines. So now we're back to the engine, the 4.2 liter. This one differs from like an RS4 or other Audis with the 4.2 is that it's a dry sump oil system and has a different setup on different things, but almost the same kind of an engine. You see where our drive shaft goes through the oil pan and goes forward to the front wheels, and we have an alternator, and that's it. You say, well, where's the AC compressor? I'll show you. So we think on the side of the engine, this is a front-wheel drive setup or something. It's an all-wheel drive. It's a really strange setup. We can see through this little hole here is our AC compressor. There's a black little shaft that goes to it. It is driven by a shaft. And just like the AC compressor, our power steering pump is driven off the same gear train off of the back of the engine. So here's our starter, which is nicely easy to get to. Our 6-speed transmission, and this is some of the setup. This is an accumulator for the automatic shifting, their electronic shifting. These are complex cars, and they have all kinds of leaks and issues that can go on, and I'll tell you more about here in a little bit what some further plans are. But underneath, there's not a lot of major issues. We do have an oil leak. It's coming from the oil pan. So you can see it's kind of a golden color. Danielson put trace powder all over, and it's golden now because it has an upper oil pan leak. That's not a very easy one to fix. As you can see, this cross member is welded. It's part of the rest of the body. You can't just drop this and pull the oil pan off. It is an engine out job, sadly. So let's get this thing back on the ground. Just wanted to give you guys kind of a rundown of what's going on under here. So the question is, did I buy a Hoopty R8 from Hoovie? Yes, I did. These things are going up in value. Doug DeMiro actually just did a video not too long ago. He's kind of stating that these things, especially the Gen 1, he believes they're going to be a severely, severely collectible car here as time goes on, and values are just going to go up. So I definitely wanted to get in the game with this while they're still kind of low. As low as opposed to a Ferrari or something being $150,000. This is only 40-50 range. You can find them in that range. So here's two phases of the repairs I'm going to have to do. It does have a little bit of valve seal leak. If it sits idle for a while and then you stomp on the gas, it'll have blue smoke. That's an engine out job as well. So there's a few engine out seals that need to be replaced. I'm not going to do that right now. Right now we're going to get the coolant pipes fixed, the exhaust back together, and a few other small things, the wiring removed. I'm going to enjoy it for the summer. There's nothing that's going to damage or hurt anything. This winter, when it's not very fun to take these cars out, we will do another video where Daniel's son, which he's very excited to do this. We're going to do a full engine out, re-gasket, reseal, everything. And then put it back together. And it'll be good for another 85,000 miles or more. It currently has 85, like Mrs. Wizard showed you guys. So definitely want to do a video for you guys showing you the new acquisition from Hoovie. He hooked me up. I really appreciate the deal that he gave me. Thanks again, Hoovie from Hoovie's Garage. We've got a lot of work to go on this one, but once it's done, it'll be a very nice R8. There's a lot of them out there that are really clapped out really bad. This one needs some work, but it's not a goner. It's not clapped out really bad. If you're curious what kind of tools we're going to use to work on this R8, or that Jaguar, or Maserati, or any of the cars that are in the shop, check our Amazon affiliates link in the description below. The tools we use in the shop are for sale there. And if you purchase any of them, we really appreciate it. We get a small cut. Make sure to hit the subscribe button because you're going to want to see updates on the R8 and all the other cars making videos for you guys in the future. Thanks for watching.